welcome to today's video. And in today's video, we've just been collecting these lip buckets, to be honest. So I've got quite a big stack of lip buckets. That's not what we're doing. We're actually going to go and walk over the field now, and we're going to go and take a look at our second cut that we've got left to do. So we've done, up to about 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, about 3 weeks ago-ish. We did 130 acres of second cut. That's all growing back. That's growing back for a third cut. That's not looking too bad, but we're going to go now and take a look at this second cut that we've got left to do. It's about 60 acres roughly, so we're going to go and have a look, see what it looks like. There's little dry cows in right down there. Making them out right down the bottom corner. There's also three sheep. I apologise in advance for how windy it is. If it weren't so windy, I'd have brought my drone with me, so we'd have a good look up from above to see what the fields are looking like. But I think what I'll do is I'll do this, and then I'll put in the video as well later today. Take a look at the third cut, see how well that's doing. Well, this second cut has been shut up. At least 8 weeks, if not longer, 8 to 10 weeks. So in theory, it should be a really big bulky crop. But my suspicions are. But yeah, we're going to go and take a look, see what it's like. I hope the video's picking up the mic. I imagine it's quite poor because of how windy it is. Right, so here's one field. Let's climb over the gate. This really is not a very good crop at all. I mean, look, you can see me wellies through it. It's really not that great. Right, so there's 4 fields here, and then one at the other side of the farm. The one at the other side of the farm is doing better than this, to be honest. Well, I think it is. We'll just have a walk through this and see what it's like. It's not looking great, if I'm honest with you. I mean, here it's really poor, but this is where the gateway is. And before anyone even mentions it, it could well be a compaction issue. But still, the rest of the field should be fine. This really isn't great. So I'm quite concerned that I don't think even this is going to give me 2 bales to the acre. I know for a fact it won't. We'll go into the next field, which we're in here. Let's see what it's like in here. I mean, it's looking a bit better, I suppose. I mean, it could be worse. This is just covering my boots in this bit. Well, it's not the best crop in the world. So, this has been shut up for 8-10 weeks even. It was beginning of July we shut this up for second cut. Hang on, if I get behind a wall, you might be able to hear me better if the mic's not picking up the sound very well. Right, so I'm sat against a wall now, so hopefully you'll be able to hear me a bit better. Because the wind affects the mic on how it's picking up the sound. But this field here really isn't brilliant either. This is quite concerning. Why are these fields not growing grass like they should? Dry weather won't have helped them, but could probably do with ploughing up and reseeding maybe. But if looking around me at other farms, not many other farms around in this particular area have had very good second cuts. So is it the year perhaps? We do normally graze these after first cut rather than make second cut off. It's just the fact that with that dire short of silage that we shut them up for second cut, with the idea being that we'll mow them, well, beginning of September, which now we're in the middle of September now, so it is not good, especially when it's had at least 8 weeks. I yeah, it's at least 8 weeks, if not 10 weeks, since we put fertiliser and slurry on this, and it's not really done any good. So I think it's given a lot of rain for the next week, which at the beginning of this week, today's the 12th of September, so at the beginning of this week they said it was going to be wet this week and dry next week, but at the minute it's saying wet all next week now, so it's changed their minds. So we won't be mowing this for a little bit, but still it's running out of nitrogen, it's not growing anything anymore. I think what we're going to have to do is we're just going to have to take off what we can get and then let the cows have it. It's not looking great, really. This is not a great crop. Anyway, I've only seen 2 fields, there's another 2 over here, so we'll just go and have a wander over to them. One's down there, the other one's right over there, so we'll have a wander over and just have a quick look and see what the crop's like over there. Right, so we're out in the 3rd field we've got over here that's shut up for second cut. There is obviously quite an issue with dandelions in these fields. I mean, there's a dock there, but dandelions are an issue. But the dandelions aren't going to affect how the grass grows. Really, what should happen is we will have put fertiliser on this, and the grass should have outgrown the weeds, if that makes sense. But instead, it stayed very short and not really done much good. But I'll just pick up a piece of grass now. So you see, I'm not sure if the camera's picking it up very well, but it's like gone a yellow and brown colour on the tip. That's not very good, really. I'm no expert, but that's not a good sign. That, to me, is telling me the field's run out of nitrogen. I think it might be wind damage, because it has been quite windy. Yeah, basically the tips of the leaves have changed colour. They've got a rusty colour, if that makes sense. That's never a good sign. It should be nice and green. But I think the best bet we can do is take the grass off as soon as we get some dry weather. I mean, it's drying out. The sky over there's gone a bit black. Yeah, it might rain later today. So there's no seed heads in it. I don't know why it's not seeded, but it's just a very short. If I can pull a piece out, it's like got 3 leaves on it. Well, 2 have just blown away, but it's like got 3 leaves on it, so it's like the stage it should be for mowing, but it stayed very short, so it's not looking great. But the field we seeded last year is just over there, so we're just going to wander over to that, because that's actually shut up for 3rd cut. So we'll go and have a just quick look at that, because that should be steaming on. That should be storming on. That could have more grass on than this. Probably hasn't, but that, if anything, would respond to muck and slurry. That would, and that's been shut up for this field. These other fields over here that we're just looking at have been shut up for like 8 to 10 weeks. That's only been shut up for 3. So, well, probably not. No, wait, 3 weeks. No, it'll be only 2 weeks since that's been shut up for 3rd cut. So it's only shut up for a fortnight. The plan is to mow that when we do 3rd cut, which won't be till the beginning of October. So we'll take a look at that to see what that's looking like. Would have sprayed this and got dandelions. The biggest worry was, you sprayed it, you took the dandelions out, and then there'd be even less crop on the field. Cows will eat dandelions at the end of the day. They won't eat, well, they'll fill up on it. It's a bit of something. You can actually see my wheel marks in this field when we put slurry on this. So I'm not sure if you can see that, if the camera's picking it up. They're wheel marks from when we put slurry on this about 8 weeks ago. And over there. Dear me, that's never good. So whether there's a compaction issue on these fields, I don't know. If anyone's got any ideas on how to get rid of a compaction issue, I know ploughing helps. Ploughing up the field would help, but left it a bit late in the year to now start ploughing up. What is there here? 40 acres? Yeah, not quite. There's probably, yeah, there's just over 40 acres here, roughly. So a bit late in the year to be doing that. Plus, I could do with some fields to let the cows on to graze. You know, if we plough them up, the cows can't come on to grazing. Right, so here's the field of reseed. Let's climb over the gate and have a look at this. Ignore that bit, that's just what the mower didn't get in the corners. But this is looking quite well. There's lots of clover in here. So no dandelions in this, lots of clover. Very nice stuff. It's looking really good. Say this has only been shut up for 2 weeks. It only had fertiliser and slurry just over 2 weeks ago. 2.5 weeks fertiliser and 2 weeks slurry. So this is looking really well for something that's only had a fortnight growing. It's doing quite well. It's not fit for mowing yet. It won't be for at least another 3 weeks, shall we say. I'm quite proud of this field, but it's just a shame about the rest. But this will be, you know, it'll be second time we've mowed it this year, but I'm classing it as third cut because the cows grazed it till end of May. So, but yeah, it's not looking too bad. This, I'm quite pleased about this field because no dandelions in this. It's a nice clean crop. This will make some really nice silage, whereas that won't make particularly the best stuff in the world, but it'll be better than nothing. So you can see the green field over there in the distance where I'm pointing. That is our big field. That is what had slurry and fertiliser at the exact same time as this field, and that's shut up for third cut. This will be ready before that because this is new seeds, but I'm quite pleased on how well that's greened up because that got slurry after this. But that's not looking too bad from the distance. But there's one more field over here. One more field over here. Just have a look at. It's shut up for second cut. So we'll have a look at that, and then later today we'll have a look at the third cut. That field's looking good. This field's not looking too good. But we've got one more field, which is right there in front of us. So we'll just have a look at that, and we'll catch up later when we've have a look at the rest of the grass. So you can see the wheel marks here as well. We put slurry on these fields. But the weird thing is I was expected to leave a line like that with my wheel marks if it were wet. So if it were raining, it'd damage the soil, the weight of the tractor and slurry tank, if that makes sense. And then you would expect to see lines like this because you've damaged the soil. It weren't raining when I put slurry on this, it was nice and dry. So why that happened, I do not know. It has to be a very interesting fact, to find out why that's actually happened. Right, so here's the last field of second cut over here. So again, not looking brilliant. The way it's covering my boots tells you everything. But I don't know what. So this particular field, we normally mow this for second cut every year. It's a very good field to do. It's nice, long. It slopes down into the bank at the bottom. It fits on a bank, but it's got nice long runs on it. But the nitrogen that we've put on with the fertiliser and the slurry will have gone out of this now. It won't be growing anymore. I almost guarantee it won't grow anymore, this crop. So as soon as it comes dry, we're just going to have to take it off. Take what we can get. What is there, about 40 something acres there is across these 4 fields. That other field is just short of 20, so you're looking at nearly 60 acres. How many bales will there be? 100 of 60 acres. Probably not even that. That's how poor this crop is. But if I look at third cut, that big field there, you can just make it out in the distance, have it green. That's that big field I pointed out before. And that's third cut. That's looking quite well. That's full, and that'll be full of nitrogen along with that little reseed field we just looked at. Whereas this is run out of nitrogen now, so it'll stop growing, whereas they'll still grow a bit yet. But that third cut should make some nice silage. It's probably better than this second cut. Yeah, not too bad really. Nice green, not many dandelions. Just up this side of this field. But anyway, we'll catch up later when we're having a look at some other fields of third cut. Because, by God, I think we're going to need it. Right, so it's now actually the following day. I thought we'd just have a quick look at our third cut first before we have a look at the last field of the second cut. So I'll just flip the camera around now so you can have a look. Right, so this is probably about a month's worth of regrowth. So mowed probably, yeah, to be about 4 weeks ago this was cut. So these are the fields that we direct drilled with new grass seed, we reseeded. So you look down here, you can see all these new shoots up coming through. They're the new seeds. So you are struggle to tell them apart really, but there's a lot here. Quite a few coming through. There's a bare patch here we're not much growing. They're weeds they are, them green bits. I think they'll be new seeds. They are growing, they are coming through, it's just they're quite... It didn't have the best start in life really. So I apologise in advance if the wind's been badly affecting the mic on this. So the new seeds in here were a bit of a disaster. They did grow in places, they have grown in places, but there's quite a lot of patches where I couldn't see any coming through. But what you got to remember is, that seed's in the soil. If it's dormant, if it hadn't had enough moisture to grow, it's still there, so as soon as it does get the moisture, it will grow. But there's still quite a lot of bare patches. It will have helped it a bit, but we're not here to discuss that. We're here to discuss on what's third cut looking like, and it's not looking too bad. I mean, it's a good way off yet. The plan was not to mow this until it'll be beginning of October at the earliest. So it's not looking great, but it only had fertiliser 2 weeks ago, which it is what it is. It's not had any slurry. Very important to just point out. All it's had is fertiliser. Mainly because, one, I didn't have enough slurry. Two, I would think it would affect the new seeds that are there, and I don't want to drown them or make them not grow. I think the fertiliser would have been better for it than their slurry. But it's just looking a very nice shade of green. So it should grow a bit more, yeah. I'd like to hope so. But it'll be another month yet. It'll be another 4 weeks at least till we're in this for a mower. Same with that field there. So these two fields had the Italian ryegrass overseed, and the big one over there had the perennials and hybrid ryegrass. So it'll be interesting to see what that's like, but I'm not going to go over and have a look at that, because at the minute off the road it looks very much like these two. So but this is nowhere near ready yet. This won't be ready for a bit, but we'll go and have a look at this other field over here that's shut up for second cut now. Right, so this is our last field of second cut, and as you can tell, while he's covering the boots, it's not looking too bad, this field. I mean, all this bit here has gone to seed, but what I mean is when it goes to seed, it goes like this, seeded. So the other fields of second cut haven't done that, they've not seeded. This field has in places, but this is by far the best field for second cut. I'm not sure why this field's done so well. Given the year we're having, I'm quite really pleased with this. Getting a bit thinner as I go. This had slurry and fertiliser just like the other fields we've got that you'll have seen earlier in this video for second cut. But this field's done better for some weird unknown reason. But yeah, I'm quite pleased with this field. This is looking quite good, quite lovely stuff. Nice leafy grass. As soon as we get some dry weather, I think we'll be in this field first with the mower. But got a way to look at it is 10 weeks regrowth. It's not done great, has it, for 10 weeks, but you know, it's good. It's good in a sense. It's the best. It's best of a bad bunch, shall we say? But yeah, I'm quite pleased with this field. It's done really well. You can see driving past on the road, you can see that this field's done quite well. I'm quite lucky to have this bit because there's probably as much grass off this field as off the other 4 fields put together. Not in my luck, but anyway, we'll go and have a look at some more third cuts because that won't be ready for a little bit longer yet. Well, that'll be probably similar stage to them that you've just seen, a third cut. But yeah, hopefully as soon as it dries up we'll be in this field with a mower, so quite really pleased with that. I'm quite, you know, I knew it would look good off the road, but I thought looks were deceiving me and it was actually worse as I walked through it, but no, it's quite good, that field. Right, so I'm just here in the field with the heifers. You can make them out there grazing away. They've really not got much grass in here, but the field at the side of me is third cut. You can make that out. We've probably got as much on as the other field, the third cut, maybe a little bit more if anything. It does look quite well. I don't want to climb the wall because there's electric wire here, but we got a good nosy of it there. But there's 5 fields here we won't do the third cut off. So there's this one at the side of me. If you look over there, you can see a very dark green field. There's one above it as well. So there's 5 altogether here, and you can tell by how dark green it is how much nitrogen is in it. Give it, you know, it's a good indication. So very dark green means it's got a lot of nitrogen in it, which it has at the minute. So it'll stay that colour for like 6 or 7 weeks after you put fertiliser on, but we'll be cutting this probably in about a month's time. So it's had fertiliser a fortnight ago, so 2 weeks. Then we'll be mowing it probably in about a month's time. So probably begin it first week of October. If it's dry then, that's when we'll be mowing it. I want to try and get as much growth out of this as I can, just because we're so short of silage. That is the big problem. I need to get enough to last me through the winter, because trying to buy it isn't possible. I've rung around a few people trying to get see if anyone's got any to sell, and no one has. So I'm going to need every blade of grass that's going to count. That's why these heifers look like they're a bit short of grass, but they're not really, because they are eating. It's just they've got to take more mouthfuls to eat more food, if that makes sense, or to get the same amount of food. Well, they've got 2 fields here. They've got this one, and the other field is shut out of at the minute, but they'll be back in there next week. So about 10 days they'll be in there. But as soon as we get a bit of warmth, it will grow. This grass will grow. All it is we just need a bit of warmth and a bit of time now. But they are looking really well, these heifers. They don't look undernourished. You know, they'd look very thin if they were undernourished, and they definitely don't look undernourished, do they? Say hello. 303. Got some more friends coming having a nosy. But what we'll do is, as soon as we've got third cut off, which will be in about 4 weeks' time, these heifers will have ranched the entire lot. There's just over 70 acres here, and there's 26 of them, well 25 and a bull, and they'll ranch the entire lot until they come in. So yeah, I'm gonna leave the video here. So if you've liked it, if you've liked me doing a bit of a crop walk, a grass walk, crop inspection, please get a thumbs up and subscribe below, and I'll see you all in my next one. I'll see you. Bye.